Hello. I I'm just gonna start off with just closing my eyes and giving me a moment to let whatever things that I'm gonna say start because I don't have anything indefinite to say, and usually I talk about something. I guess I've done this enough that something's come to mind every time, and I get to speak and share. I get to get triggered up with anxiety or just whatever thoughts and feelings I feel about myself doing this, what I'm speaking about, and yeah, you get to witness kind of how I guess me processing through that in real time. Inviting whatever feelings that I'm having right now. I think that is an intention that I want to have, is me becoming more and more okay with that I feel anxious again. And or at least just a little bit of like tightness in my kind of my chest or throat or whatever. Um, a little bit of like queeringness in my throat. And yeah, I guess I already have something to talk about. I've been talking this whole time through, me giving myself time to come up with something to talk about. I guess what I'm talking about is my own fear of feeling uncomfortable when it is up to me to I guess have people's attention, to kind of be at the kitchen table and speak up to share something, and having all those eyes um, onto you. And I think, yeah, growing up, I never felt comfortable with that. I never really felt safe to take up space, to take up the talking space. And it had a heavy pressure on it needing to come out to the degree of being good enough for the people that I was in front of. Whether it was entertaining enough or spoken well enough that it didn't bore the other people, or wasn't difficult to follow or understand. And I guess just in this moment right now, I'm like, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling the like, I chose to, step up and speak. And then it's like, well, what do you have, Seth? Like, we don't have patience or time, or are we feel uncomfortable by, you not knowing what to say. And I guess I always took that to be just my personality, that I just didn't have a lot to share or to say, or where I might process a lot of things introvertedly, in my thinking and in my speaking. And then there's other people that are like, they're just going to talk the whole time, and everything that they think is going to come out of their mouth. And yeah, but I never felt like I was truly safe to do that. With where I was at with that ability, with those with whatever kind of speaking or articulation skills or whatever. And I think me making these videos is me believing that I have enough safety and strength and to do this at my own pace, to accept people might not like it. They might be mad. They might be irritated, or just can't really tolerate how slow I speak or what I say, or just taking up time from them. And having my voice and opinions and thoughts be seen and heard. And really it not mattering so much if they reject me or leave me or criticize me, which is something that I didn't have growing up, going to other people's homes, having dinner with them, or family, friends, or whatever. I never really felt comfortable. I never felt comfortable to be who I was, or have the thoughts that I had at that time, or to show that I was uncomfortable with doing that. Part of that, makes me sad. So I'm just giving myself the permission to take as long as I need. Feeling kind of scared to share this, to make it about me, to make this video or topic about me feeling struggle to not be past that anxiety, to not think something that would it's just to not want to be fixed, and to stop trying to fix myself, and just taking it to God of this is how I feel. I feel totally just shut down. Feel scared, feel exposed. Feel ashamed to receive help, or if someone's, hey, you need to do this or do this kind of therapy or whatever. I just don't want to hear it. Yeah, I didn't really think I'd be pausing later in the video than at the beginning. But I guess, why wouldn't I feel like this? I was kind of trained and ingrained to feel this way from a young age, doing stuff like this. And it really came from a message of that it was my responsibility to not embarrass myself, or to be too vulnerable or overshare. And it's just there's just voices of worry that are afraid of me just being out there and going and doing and speaking and making mistakes. It's a real voice of oh no, Seth, what did you say? And it's just man. I've just been able to see that as just a pattern of fear in my upbringing rather than the truth. Because, to be out in life, to live life, and to be free doesn't come without making mistakes. Doesn't come without going too far. Doesn't come without risk and, the possibility of death. Real life doesn't come without the risk of death. As if I really am like a thrill seeker. I've always been very cautious. I never like to get hurt or to fall off a bike or whatever. I never liked that. I want more freedom to be socially adventurous, risky, because risk is in everything, and risk is not not an inherently bad thing. And I wanted to be instilled not with the fear but the confidence to go screw things up. Like, God's got your back. Go do what you want. Go trip and fall and stumble through whatever avenue interests you. And I guess I felt like I didn't have that acceptance and approval to stumble through social interactions in that kind of way, of sharing my opinion, my thoughts, making people mad, making people uncomfortable. Getting a bit messy in that way. Because if you don't have the wiggle room to try and do things like that at a young age, it only gets harder and harder, because people become less and less accepting. You can make more and more mistakes as a kid, and everybody is more likely to give grace to that and see that process. Instilling myself with the confidence to go through life unsure. I think that was the hesitancy around it was, make sure that you're sure that this comment is going to be received well. that this joke is going to land and people understand. That can create a real like fixer or just hypervigilance around what comes out of your mouth, you know, what you share. Make sure that you're sure that you want to share this. And that obviously comes with, that's smart to do with increasingly more dangerous or risky thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. You look for safe spaces, you look to feel things out. But that can also be something that stops your growth. Not being able to really take in some sort of embarrassment or humiliation or whatever and digest it. That is very close to home with me, where I have had issues with my digestion. I've had ulcerative colitis and colon stuff, and there's actually studies and links to ulcerative colitis and an event of humiliation that no wonder probably didn't get properly, digested, processed, loved and cared for. And then you can just go on with life without ulcerative colitis. But and each person's challenges and things they're sensitive to all differs. In the study, it's like a specific personality traits and stuff like that were more susceptible with an event of humiliation. And so we're all healing those areas that we're weak and deficient in ways that we think about ourselves or so. Even if I feel uncomfortable to make today's video, I give myself love and permission to try and do so. Even if I don't feel it, there's the part of me that knows, like, I do have the freedom to try this out because I want to. Okay, I think that's going to be it. Thank you. I will see you next time. Bye.